I was 5 when I started playing violin, and I've been playing for about 11 years. I've been studying with Angela for a little over 3 years. She's helped me free up a lot because I was really stiff in my playing and my body. I wouldn't move at all when I play. I just sort of stand like this. So she's always reminding me, bend your knees a little, don't not lock them, and keep your shoulders relaxed, keep everything relaxed. And it's a lot easier to play when you're not all tight and stiff, which also helps with the tone a lot.
Maybe pulling through peanut butter. Okay, so there's peanut butter and you've got to pull through there. Chunky peanut butter. It developed with one of my younger students, and I've been using it. It's like, so we named each string the E string Honey, so it's, because you want a really nice sound on the E string if you play the violin. Mm-hmm. And so Honey gives that, but it also has that sweet
We have the word mellifluous for that reason.
Yes. And then A string, I said peanut butter. D string then developed molasses, thicker and darker. And then gooey dark chocolate for the G string.
I remember one day when I was around 5, I went to the farmer's market in Santa Fe, and there was a fiddler playing. And that night at dinner, I told my parents I wanted to play violin, which is kind of weird because I definitely wanted to play classical violin, even though I just heard a fiddler.
There in the public school in Pennsylvania, just north of Philadelphia, they came around to the kindergarten. They had a program in the public school. So they came around to the kindergarten. I don't remember, but I came home with a sheet and I said, Mom and Dad, I want to play the violin. And they said, no, you can't play the violin. You're going to have to practice every day. You're not going to want to. But I kept saying I wanted to. And they said, well, you have to practice every day. And then they let me. Remember when I would have thought, okay, I want to be a violinist, but I know that I don't think I really considered doing something else strongly when I was young. So that's pretty much what I guess I saw myself doing.
For me, rhythm has always been a big challenge. When I was younger, I did not want to count, and I refused to use a metronome, so I really didn't have much rhythm at all. Now I really love my metronome, and I use it all the time, so my rhythm's a lot better, but it's still not quite solid, so that's something I've been working on a lot with Angela and on my own. Also tone has been a big thing, because when I play, I tend to come over to the fingerboard like this, and it's kind of wispy. Like that, but it really should be over here more. Which is much better tone in general. So I've been working on that a lot and keeping the bow over here instead of over here.
That tone practice is really, I just said in the class, if you have a wonderful sound on the violin, people will love to listen to you. And you will love to play.
And practice.
And practice. So you're going to have to work on the rhythm with thinking about the phrasing. So try it again. And feel the beat. Can you step 4/8 before you start? So you feel that beat. Nice. Okay, I'm going to pick on your last note again. Yeah, so it was so nice. So if you sang it, I know you wouldn't do that. The really interesting thing, and this is why teachers can teach Twinkle forever, or teach that G major scale forever, or teach this new thing, is how is that received in that student? How do they assimilate it? How do they take it in? How are they learning? And really observing and watching that. And really watching how that student, and of course, then over time, you've done it a lot of times, so you pretty much know, but it's still letting go of what you do know and saying, okay, but how does this child take it in? This one has a lot of piano interludes, so you have to know that part.
She's just been a really great teacher.
Stepping, da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Ready, go. Still have to practice intonation all the time, but it's just so different than somebody who either really struggles with it in hearing the pitch and doesn't really hear and fix and adjust, and how to teach that. And then that's a hard thing to teach. It really is, if it's not somehow, somewhat in there. And it's always musicality. It's always musicality if it's, and there's so many gradations of both of those things, but I would say those are two of the hardest things you can't give it to somebody. As I'm setting up and starting students, that if they do want to continue, they have the basic setup technique skills to be able to do that. And they feel like, okay, I had enough of a good foundation that if I want to be very serious about this, that I don't have to rework everything and redo everything, and I can continue where I started. And so I'm passionate about setting up kids the best that I can. So I think that's my main thing right now, is just what can I do better to keep setting them up well, and that fun plus challenge, and still keep it fun, but working hard, because that's the only way they'll really progress. And also, it's not that fun to be a music teacher if they're not working hard.